Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall? Well, let's talk about this compromise bill that you want to pass if you're elected. You said that's going to be a priority. It includes $650 million in funding for the border wall. That's something Republicans wanted. That was part of the compromise. Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occurred.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
Wait, hold on a second. Did I just hear that right? Because this is unbelievable. This person who used to criticize Trump's wall, calling it medieval, saying it was nonsense, now wants to spend $650 million on the same thing. Seriously, this is the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. I don't get it. Now it's a good idea? Of course, because when someone else proposes it, suddenly it's common sense and a bipartisan solution. But when Trump tried, all we heard were criticisms. This is pure strategy, like saying it was bad before because he did it, but now that I'm doing it, it's brilliant. This just makes my blood boil, honestly. And on top of that, they have the audacity to say Trump did nothing. How could he if they blocked him at every turn? If they attacked him with 1,000 things? There's no consistency here, it's all political theater. This is what infuriates me about politics, people. It's always the same. Criticize, yell, say everything is wrong, but when it's their turn, everything changes. Before, the wall was racist and xenophobic, but now it's suddenly a necessary measure. Oh, of course, because if they do it, suddenly it's something positive and fair. What are we even talking about here? And then when they blame Trump for not doing anything, how was he supposed to when the same people who now want to build the wall were blocking him every step of the way? It's a joke. They don't care about anything other than keeping power. Now it suits them to change the narrative, and there we all are, watching them put on this show. The worst part is they even try to sell us the idea that it's bipartisan and common sense. Please, if they really cared about common sense, why didn't they fix it before instead of waiting until now? How many times do we have to watch this circus in politics? How many promises are left hanging in the air? And then, folks, when you point out these inconsistencies, they tell you it's complicated or that you don't understand. No, this is very simple. It's just manipulation and power play. They're playing with us, and the worst part is they do it right in front of us as if we don't know any better. What do you all think? Because I'm about to explode here. This is pure, unfiltered hypocrisy. Let's be clear about this. This is pure manipulation. They're playing a double standard game as if no one notices, but enough of letting them fool us. It used to be a racist project, a monument to intolerance. But now it's the grand solution. And what has changed? Nothing. They simply realized the narrative worked in their favor. Hypocrites. And you know what? It makes me furious that they keep trying to make us believe this is bipartisanship. Let's not kid ourselves, that doesn't exist. It's just an excuse to justify their flip-flopping and sell us on the idea that they're finally serious. It's all politics. They tell us it's for the good of the country, but it's for their own good and interests. What they want is our vote, and that's the trick. It's that simple. Moreover, it's unbelievable how they try to erase what they said before. Check the news, people. It's all recorded. Everything they said about Trump and his wall, they said all sorts of things. And now what? They want us to forget everything and think they've always supported border security? Oh no, that's not going to happen. And the audacity to compare themselves to Trump, saying that they'll actually do something, it's as if the past never happened. Trump couldn't get anything done because he was blocked at every step. But of course, now that they propose it, let's all work together. How convenient. And that's how the political theater keeps running. The same story over and over. Doesn't this make you mad? Because it makes my blood boil seeing how they try to play with our opinions and manipulate us so shamelessly. It's the same show again and again. Look, enough of this nonsense. They treat us like we're fools, like we don't know what's going on. Do they seriously think they can just change their stance overnight and we won't notice? No way. The hypocrisy is crystal clear. They used to say the wall was the worst thing ever, that it was a disgrace to the country, and now, voila. Suddenly, it's the solution to fix the border problem. But what enrages me the most is how they justify it. They claim that Trump didn't do anything and that now they're serious about it, but they don't mention that they were the same ones who made sure nothing progressed. The cynicism is unbelievable. They opposed everything, spent years attacking him, blocking every initiative, and now they want to play the heroes because it suits them politically. It's shameless, and watch out, because when someone dares to point out these contradictions, they come at you with, "You don't understand the complexity of the issue," or that now there's a bipartisan consensus. Lies. There's nothing complex about this. It's simple. They're playing by the rules to benefit themselves. And if they think we're going to buy this, they're wrong. And you know what? It's insulting that they try to sell us this narrative when there's evidence, videos, statements. Everything is out there. Do they think we have no memory or that we're not going to investigate? Of course we will. We're not fools. They need to understand this. We're not buying their stories anymore. So what now? Is the wall suddenly a good idea because they're the ones proposing it? How convenient. It's like they're saying, we don't care about what we said before, now that we're doing it, it's different. And the worst part is, they're not even ashamed. They laugh in our faces while trying to rewrite history. You can't get more cynical than that. This is a level of cynicism I can't believe. They literally spend years insulting the idea of the wall, calling it madness, saying it's racist, that it's a medieval project. And now suddenly, it becomes their grand plan to fix the border. Please, when did we become the audience of this blatant political theater? And you know what? This isn't just about the wall. It's about everything they represent. It's about how they play with our emotions and our opinions to manipulate us. They criticize, attack, destroy, and when they have no other choice, they change their narrative as if nothing ever happened. It's the same strategy as always. Divide us, make us think we're on opposite sides, and then show up as the saviors. It's disgusting! And it enrages me how they try to brush off everything they've done in the past. Did they forget how they blocked Trump every step of the way? Did they forget how they launched media campaigns to demonize everything related to the wall?